That was all over the floor.
Can you do me a favour, Ashley? Can you just count down from 5 for me?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Perfect. I'm just recording the audio separately just to take that problem with it.
Okay. Fair enough. It's all good. And toys that make noises, Jen. Oh.
Yeah, little kiddie toys. So I'm talking about figures at the moment. They're everywhere. They're covering the house.
Okay.
Everywhere.
To be fair, the kids are tidier than Josh, so.
Leave it to it, start. Ashley, we're about to start.
Okay.
Come on, my love. See you again.
See ya. Bye. Have a good evening.
Yes.
Alright, so if you would like to listen to the playlist along with the class, then please head over to www.rise.co.uk/online, and the playlist should be right there above the class with a little green Spotify logo there. Alright, so if you want some tunes to listen to whilst you're practicing, then pop that on. Okay. Hey Risers, what's up? How are you doing? It's Ashley here. Welcome to Flex 15. So it's the most current flex. Quite a lot of challenging shoulder work and quite a lot of lunge work as well. Okay, so really, really good for the quads here. Right, so if you need, if you know you might need a little bit of help with your half moon, then just have a little brick or encyclopedia ready just to help support you. I'll sort of cue that later on in the class as well, so don't worry if you're not quite sure what that is. Okay, so whenever you're ready, let's take our wide-legged child's pose. So have the knees wide, so they're about mat width apart, just whatever's comfortable for you. The toes are tapping at the back, and then you just gently and slowly reach forwards with the arms, forehead to floor. Okay, keep the arms active for now, and just keep creeping the fingers forwards, making the body longer and longer, feeling that extension in the sides of the arms, so just on the insides of the triceps, and also in the lats under the shoulder blades there, in the upper back. Alright, once you feel like you can't extend anymore, then just pop the elbows onto the floor and let yourself relax, sink into your child's pose. And let's focus on that deep breathing now. So breathing into the stomach and ribcage, feeling the whole body expand. And then gently exhaling out through the nose, feeling everything sink and reflect. Okay, 4 more deep breaths here. You can breathe at your own rate, guys. You do not have to follow me with my pace. And exhale as long as it's helping you relax and release tension, and you're breathing correctly. Breathe. Inhale. Can we breathe a little bit more into the belly here before breathing into the chest? And exhale. Okay, 2 more to go. And exhale. Okay, last breath, deepest one. Really lengthening it for as long as you can. Exhale. Okay, up on next breath, lift the forehead up from the floor. Bring your hands in towards you a little bit, and then shift your shoulders over your hands. From here, bring your knees together a little bit, and then separate the feet, coming into tabletop position. So try to ensure that hands are underneath shoulders and knees underneath the hips. From here, let's circle the shoulders and the hips. So we're just getting a little bit of movement in the wrists here. We're going to focus on the wrists for quite a bit in our next few movements. Okay, we're just going to give them a little bit of TLC because we do tend to work them a lot in flex with all our planking and shoulder work. Okay, 1 more circle here, 1 breath per circle. And then come back into center. All right, anti-clockwise with circles now. Let's go for 5. Keeping palms flat on the floor. Gripping the floor gently with the fingers. For 3. For 2. And 1 more breath. All right. From here, coming back into your central tabletop. So make sure you squeeze your core here. You don't want to put too much. Oh, hello there, Krista. So, hi. Welcome. So you don't want to put too much weight into the wrists here. So you can ensure that by just keeping the core braced. So you hold yourself up with your tummy. All right. So from here, we're going to turn the fingertips. Rotate on the heels of the hands and turn the fingertips to point towards us, so that the fingertips, the little fingers, are next to each other on the inside of our arms here. Take up an inhalation here, and then keeping the palms flat on the floor, we're just going to peel back with the glutes here, okay? Keeping the hands flat on the floor. Only come back as far as is comfortable. So you just want to feel a little stretch, a little opening on the insides of the forearms there. Deep breaths, 3. Try to relax the shoulders and the arms. For 2. And 1 more breath. Right, from here, shift your weight forwards again, and then turn your hands back around. Okay, so from here, we're going to rotate on the heels of the hands again, and then turn the fingertips so that they're on the inside of the arms here. Okay, so fingertips are touching if possible. And then from here, we're going to just rock our weight from side to side. So shifting the weight from one palm to the other, feeling each forearm open up alternatively. Okay, so for 3, for 2, and 1 more. Try to enjoy the stretch. And then come back into center now. All right, so let's flip the palms the other way. Fingertips still pointing inwards. Flip the palms so that the knuckles are face down. And you might need to take a little bit more weight out of the wrists here. Okay? You don't want to put too much when we've got the hands like this, because this is quite a delicate and vulnerable position for the wrists to be in. Okay, so from here, again, swaying from side to side for 3. Deep breaths for 2. And for 1. Alright, awesome. Now flip the palms back over, fingertips pointing forwards once again. And then from here we're going to do some scooping cat-cows, but with a palm lift at the same time onto the fingertips. So I'll show you what I mean. As I inhale, I go for my normal cat. Okay, so I flex my back, I bring the hips up into the air, sending shoulders away from the ears. Once I'm at the top of my cat, I then also lift off my palm and come onto my fingertips here, lightening the load in my fingertips. As I exhale, I then lower the palms back to the floor, and then bring chin to chest, opening up shoulder blades into that cow. Okay, are you ready? Just another 3 of these. Inhale, scoop, and then lift to fingertips, extending, and exhale. Chin to chest, tucking tailbone underneath the hips. 2 more of these. Inhale, and exhale. 1 more to go. Inhale, and exhale. Alright, straightening out the back and shifting back into your tabletop. So let's go for a few rotations now. Right, so as I inhale, I'm going to ground into my right arm, and then extend and open up with the left. Look upwards at your hand here, and then as I exhale, I'm going to curl my left arm underneath my right. Go for that rotation, and then 3 more of these. Inhale, open up, stacking shoulders, opening chest, and exhale back. 2 more of these now for 2. Keeping the hips nice and stable. And then 1 more to go. Inhale, Stabilizing that base shoulder. And exhale. Alright, uncurling, bringing both hands back onto the floor. Let's go for the other side. Inhale, lift, open, rotate, stacking shoulders. Exhale, curling underneath. For 3. Get that full rotation in the body here. For 2. Oh, should feel really nice on the outside of the shoulder there, and also in the pec minor, the little bit of muscle that's just beside the armpit. One more. And exhale. Alright, from here, both hands back onto the floor. Okay, so shake out your hips, shake out your shoulders, stabilize, and then whenever you're ready, tuck your toes underneath. Inhale here, and then exhale, lift the hips and knees into your first downward dog. Make your adjustments. Maybe you need to walk your feet in, maybe you need to bend the knees a little bit. You're quite tight in the hamstrings. Send the heels downwards as much as possible. Lift the hips, push the floor away. I'm trying to get this upside down V shape as straight as possible with the body here. Equalizing weight between hands and feet. And then, if it feels good to do so, start to pedal out the feet here. Or just do whatever you need, maybe twisting the hips from side to side, just to loosen up. 3 deep breaths here for 3. Let the head relax. For 2. And then 1 more breath. And then stop in the center. Both heels grounded. Alright, time for a vinyasa transition now. So inhale here, and then as you exhale, shift the weight forwards. So shoulders over hands into that plank. 1 inhalation here, squeeze the glutes, stabilizing your plank. And then as we exhale, go for a halfway chaturanga. So only halfway, weight comes forwards, elbows to ribs, come onto the knees if you need, stopping halfway. 1 inhalation here, and then exhale, stagger and lower to a full chaturanga. Still keeping that chest lifted if we can. Inhale, ground into hands, and lift and scoop into that upward dog. Roll the shoulders back, give your glutes a squeeze, bring them together, yep. And then exhale, flow back into that down dog. Okay, so from here we're going to take our plank sequence now. Now this is quite shoulder heavy. If you need to take a forearm or knee option in any of the poses that we're going to do, then please feel free to do so. Right? If you've got a dodgy shoulder, please do be careful. Inhale here, and then exhale, shift shoulders over the hands. So first we're going to take a Spider-Man. So 3 Spider-Mans on our left side to begin with. What is this? It's knee drive to the tricep. So from here, lift up that left leg, and then exhale, crunch the knee as high as possible on the tricep. Come on to right knee if you need. All right, so 3 of these slowly. All right, so inhale, lift, exhale, crunch for 3. Hold for a second after the crunch. For 2, keeping those hips nice and stable, not allowing the hips to pike up or sink down. And for 1, keeping the shoulder blades open and release. Okay, so from here, we're going to open up into our side plank. So grounding into the right hand, shifting our weight into our right hand. We're going to open up over to the left. Extend the left arm, stack the shoulders. The feet can be staggered for support, or stacked for less support. Hips into the air, hips stacked as well. Come onto forearm or knee if you need, and then also lift up that left leg for 3. If possible, that is. For 2, no worries if not. And then 1 more breath. Ensure that your right shoulder is directly above the right hand. Alright, from here, stay in your side plank and then shift your left leg onto the side of the mat so that we can flip and bring the hips up into our wild thing. Right, so the left arm extends to the front of the mat, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the core, and if you're feeling like you want to challenge your balance, then you can sweep this right shin across the left one, so you cross your legs here like this, and then come into your cross-legged wild thing. Yep, this is quite a new move. It really challenges that balance and that shoulder and core strength. Right, 2 more deep breaths. Keep lifting the chest, guys. Keep rotating the chest. One more breath. Woo, keep it calm, you can do this. And then uncross the legs and come back into your plank. Now, if you need to, give that right wrist a little shake, a little roll out, or even come into your child's pose, okay, whatever you need to do. Okay, you ready for everything on the other side now? Keeping hips elevated if we can in our planks. Spider-Man, inhale, right leg lifts, keeping hips out. Exhale, crunch for 3. For 2. One last one, beautifully slowly. And for 1. All right, open up to side plank, smoothly as we can, shifting weight into left arm. And then possibly going for that right leg for 3. So try and get those arms in a beautiful straight line here. Squeeze your top glute here, and right glute for 2. Deep breaths. Keep those hips lifted. And one more breath before we flip over to our wild thing. Okay, so the right foot lands onto the floor. Besides that, we flip up, lifting the hips and chest, and then if possible, crossing the legs. Okay, getting that beautiful balance in our cross-legged wild thing. For 3. Woo. Enjoy it, try to. For 2. Keep the shoulders relaxed, guys. Even though you're using a lot of strength, you don't want to sort of tense up too much. Okay, one more breath. And then slowly uncross the legs. Shift back into your straight plank here. All right, shake out that left wrist if you need. Rest if you want. Or join me with a innate vinyasa. Inhale here in plank. Exhale forwards to chaturanga. Inhale, scoop to up dog. Rolling shoulders right back. Good, and then exhale, flow to down dog. Right, inhale, bend the knees, and as we exhale, step or up to your seated pose. Okay, so glutes onto floor, and then legs are folded out in front of you here. Okay, so we're going to take a reverse plank or tabletop to L-sits, okay, more core and wrist work. This is also quite heavy on the wrist, so just be careful here. So hands onto the forefingertips pointing forwards, just behind the hips. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest, squeeze the core. And then from here we've got choice. So we can come into a full reverse plank, lifting the hips and the glutes, and then come back into our L-sit. Okay, so we don't want to be swinging too much. We want to slowly lower the glutes to the floor, keeping the abs engaged. Or we can come into our tabletop with bent knees for a little bit more support, and then slowly lower back to our L-sit. Okay, so take your whatever option you need. We'll do 5 of those. Get ready? Grounding into hands. Roll shoulders back. And we go. Inhale, lift. Beautiful. Good, Krista. And then exhale back. For 4. Okay, so it's a powerful press up and a very slow lowering of the bum here. 3 more. For 3. Keep breathing, guys. Exhale as you lower. For 2. Keeping abs engaged. And 1 more now. And for 1. Woo. And release glutes to the floor. Okay, so from here, I'm going to slowly roll back, and we're going to take a variations of the fish pose, all right? So give your wrist a little roll out first if you need to. And from here, to come into fish pose, ground your elbows onto the floor, all right? And then we're going to use our lats, our upper back muscles, to lift the chest into the air. That's it, lift the chest. And then from here, we're going to tip our head backwards, keeping the shoulders away from the ears, and then plant the crown of the head on the floor. If this feels really sort of like awkward for you, then just use a brick or a cushion to pop underneath your head. Right, so this is your basic fish pose. Arms relaxed now. If you want to stay here, that's cool. If you want to challenge your core a little bit more, then lift the legs into the air. If you want to challenge your balance and core a little bit more, then lift the arms into the air. Okay? So both your hands and your feet are pointing towards the front of the mat here. Keep core squeeze. 3 deep breaths for 3. You don't have to go for the arm and leg lift if you don't want to. For 2. Keep reaching, extending those legs and arms. And we've got one more breath. Come on, keep those abs squeezed. You can do it. And slowly pop the legs down. Elbows to floor, guys, besides the hips. And then just bring, gently push, lift the chest up. And then slowly lower back down to the floor. Okay, so now we're going to come into some side plank rotations. So coming onto your side, coming into a forearm side plank. So left elbow underneath the right here. The left hand is relaxed. Now you can stay on your knee, or if possible, lift both hips off the floor. Feet can be staggered or stacked again. Hand to temple, right hand to temple, elbow is up, the chest is open. And then from here, as I inhale, I'm going to curl elbow to elbow. Again, this whole body rotation is not the arm, just the arm that moves. And then I exhale, open, back again. 3 of these. Inhale. Slow rotation, guys. Exhale, controlling every part of the movement. For 2. Inhale. Keeping the hips up. Exhale. 1 more to go here. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. All right, release hips to floor. And then let's roll over to the other side. Same thing again, elbow underneath the shoulder. Lift up, hand to temple whenever you're ready. Let's go. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, open. 2 more, slow as we can go. All right, 1 more, a little bit more rotation if we can manage it. And exhale, beautiful. Lower hips to the floor, back onto your backs. And then bring the knees to the chest. Have a little rock and a roll. And then whenever you're ready, roll up to a seated position. Hands come onto the floor. And then take your plank. Ready for a vinyasa transition. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, scoop to up dog. A little roll back with shoulders. And exhale, float it down. Alright, from here, inhale, bend knees. Exhale, look in between hands and then step or pop the feet towards the hands, coming into this crouching position. Okay, staying low with the glutes. Okay, so now we're going to come into a wide knee toe stand. I'll give you options after I've shown you the full thing. Alright, so you want your feet, your toes to just be a few inches away from one another. Okay, and you want your glutes to be on your heels. From here, we're going to gently open up the knees. Keep your hands on the floor for a bit of support, if you need. So just open up the knees, and you want to turn your heels so that they're touching each other in the center here. This is your wide knee toe stand. And then, if possible, bring hands to heart. Okay, so find that sweet spot of balance. Try to keep the neck directly above the hips. Yeah, looks great there, Krista. Now, if this is too much for your knees, then you can just come into a half squat, all right? Because it can be quite harsh on the knees. All right, so keep sending the knees open here, opening up at the hips. And then from here, we're going to do some up and downs. All right, so firing up the quads, firing up the backs of the legs. As I inhale, I'm going to lift up, extend the legs, staying on my tippy toes. And then as I exhale, I'm going to lower back down again. All right, so feel the energy in the legs. 3 of these. Inhale for 3. And exhale for 2. Inhale. Focusing on a spot if it helps. Making yourself nice and tall. And exhale. All right, 1 more to go. Inhale. And exhale. Keep squeezing those calves, guys. Glutes to the heels. All right, 1 more lift up. Inhale, and then release the heels to the floor. All right, just shake out the shoulders, shake out the wrists a little bit, and then we're going to widen the feet to about hip width apart. Okay, just for a little bit of extra stability here. Inhale, reach up with the arms, relax the shoulders, extend the spine. As we exhale, we're going to sit back into our chair. Right, so you want the weight to come into the heels. You want the back to be lovely and straight. Okay, so try not to arch the back, try not to stick the glutes out at the back there. You want to tuck those glutes underneath the hips. Keep the arms extended, maybe keep your gaze upwards as well. Keep sinking backwards. You want to get deeper and deeper, lower and lower down into your chair there. Enjoy the activation in the back of the legs or in the back of the spine as well. Should be feeling a bit of heat building up in the shoulders too. 3 more deep breaths. Stay calm, keep the breath calm. All right, 2 more breaths. Oh, keep sinking. You can do it. And then 1 more breath. Woo. And then release, straighten out. Okay, release your arms for a second, roll out the shoulders. We're going to come into another variation of chair necks. If you've got really dodgy ankles, then you're probably best not attempting this. Just stick with a narrow chair in with your feet together, all right? But if you're all right to do this, then you just want to tip onto the outsides of your feet here, okay? So, yeah. So you can see why this might not be a good idea if you've got dodgy ankles. Inhale, reach up with the arms. Inhale, as we exhale, staying on the outsides of the feet. We're going to sit back just as we did when we were with our heels on the floor in a chair once more. Okay, so keep sitting back. 3 deep breaths for 3. Keep pushing the knees out. Enjoying that stretch on the outside of the ankles. Straightening the back out. For 2. And 1 more breath. And release. All right, so from here, let's go for a smooth transition into our standing half moon. So right fingertips onto the floor, either in front or just onto the side of the right foot here. And then from here, we're going to sweep up and lift up the left arm and leg. Now, as I said before, if you need to take a little break to help support you in your half moon, that's cool, right? Just do whatever you need. So from here, we're opening up into our half moon. The shoulders are stacked, the hips are stacked. You want to squeeze the top glute here. Maybe look upward slightly. If that's too wobbly, then just look at the floor, the spot on the floor. And then keep reaching upwards. Maybe lightening the load in your fingertips. 3 deep breaths for 3. Keep opening up, keep squeezing the core. Try not to lock out that bottom leg. For 2, keep opening the shoulders. Can you get that left leg any higher? And 1 more breath. Woo! All right, from here, slow rise. So slowly untwist. Staying grounded on the right foot, we're going to open up into a single leg twisted balance. So hand can be on opposite knee. We sweep back and look over to the left, keeping shoulder relaxed. Or if possible, let's go for that full leg extension, keeping a soft bend in the knee if we need. Open the chest, keep twisting the body, so it's a torso twist we want to go for 3. For 2. Hang on in there, keep lifting that chest. Feeling that lovely heat building up in that base leg. And 1 more breath. And then slowly and twist. Now soft step back. Long step back. We're going to take a revolved triangle now. So lovely little rest here. Both legs are straight. Squeeze the thighs together and squeeze the glutes towards your midline. Inhale, lift up the arms. Okay, so right arm in front, left arm behind, and then take an inhalation here. As we exhale, we're going to rotate the upper body and bring our left hand onto the outside of the front foot or shin or knee, whatever's possible, guys. Okay, so outside of the front foot, and then keep opening up over to the right hip. Keep lifting the chest, trying to further that rotation as much as possible. Again, lightening the load in your base fingertips there. 3 more deep breaths for 3. Keep opening up to the side. For 2. And 1 more breath now. And then slowly release, windmill hands onto the floor and step back into plank. Okay, time for a little vinyasa transition before we do it on the other side now. Inhale here in plank. And then exhale to chaturanga. Inhale, scoop to up dog. Exhale, flow to down dog. Okay, so we're going to go for a smooth transition to half moon on our left leg now. So inhale, lift up the left leg. As we exhale, thread knee to chest. Pop the foot in between the hands. Shift your left fingertips slightly in front or to the side. And using wicked kneading, let's go for that lift and open into your half moon. So right glute is squeezed here. Lightening load in fingertips once more. 3 deep breaths for 3. Keeping the core beautifully tight. For 2. You can do this, guys. Keep breathing. All right, 1 more breath. And then slowly untwist. Come up to standing position. Still balanced on that left leg. Let's go for that twisted balance. So hand on to knee, or taking your toe bind and leg extension. Open up over to the right. Lengthen this back arm, really reach towards the back. Yeah, that's it. Keep rotating, opening up. For 3. Maybe even look at your back hand. For 2. Keep calm, guys. 1 more breath. And then slowly untwist. And gently plant your right foot behind you. We're going to go for our revolved triangle once more. So heels in line with one another, both legs straight. Inhale, arms rise to shoulder height. Relax shoulders. As we exhale, go for that slow rotation. Hand coming onto outside of that bottom leg, that front leg or foot. For 3. Keep reaching, keep twisting. Enjoying this little recovery. That balancing sequence. For 2, look at your top hand. Might test your balance a little bit. And then 1 more breath. Alright, slowly untwist and then pop hands onto the floor. Step back to your plank. So get ready for some lunging and squatting next. Inhale here. And exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, scoop to up dog. Exhale, flow to down dog. Rolling on the toes there, as smoothly as possible. Inhale, lift up the right leg. And then as we exhale, thread knee to chest. And then lightly pop the foot in between the hands. Now we're going to rise into our crescent lunge. So nice strong rise here into your high lunge. So front knee wants to be at 90 degrees. And you want to push that front knee out. The back leg is relatively straight and strong. They're sinking down into the hips. You should feel that stretch in that left hip flexor. So from here, we're going to interlock the hands behind the back. So we're going to go for a chest opener 2. Roll the shoulders back. Okay, and then as you exhale, lift the hands into here, squeeze the shoulder blades, and lift the chest. Go for that beautiful back bend to lift the chin and chest. That's it, getting that lovely curve in the back of the body there, that crescent shape. Yeah. Keep squeezing the shoulder blades. Can you get those hands just a little bit higher? It's really improving that shoulder mobility there. For 3, keep sinking down into the hips. Keep that front leg bent. See if you can go just an inch deeper there. For 2. Let's said 2 already. Maybe I did. Okay. And then 1 more breath. And then slowly release. Come out of your back bend and then release your hands. Now from here, turn over to the left side of the mat, keeping the feet nice and wide. So for extra stretch in the hamstrings, you can pigeon your feet. Okay, so what does this mean? It just means we turn our feet inwards, toes inwards slightly. You will feel that extra stretch on the backs of the legs. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. Alright, and then from here we're going to take eagle arms. So this time the right elbow stacked on top of the left. Arms twist, palms together, or backs of hands together. From here, inhale, lift elbows to face, and then as we exhale, keeping the toes pigeoned, we're going to sink down into our squat, and then hinge forwards, tip at the hips here, coming into that 90-degree angle with the body. Now, try to keep the core braced, so you don't want the right back to round like this, but you also don't want to like stick out the hips too much either. You really want to extend the body, keep the back beautifully straight. Just imagine like you're trying to balance a tray on your back. That's how flat and straight you want it. 2 more breaths for 2. Keep extending the arms. Ooh. Keep those glutes low. Okay, 1 more breath. You can do this. Squeeze the glutes. And slowly unhinge and twist the arms. And then turn to pivot on your back foot, and then turn towards the front again. Okay, now we're going to come into a twisted lunge stretch. So pop your back knee onto the floor here, pop your left hand onto the floor, and then from here we're going to open up over to the right, so the right arm extends, and with your right foot, heel toe it down the mat to a point that is comfortable for you. Right, so you should feel a stretch in that bottom hip, and also in your right inner thigh as well. Yeah, that's it. And then with the right arm, reach upwards and backwards. Keep sinking down the hips. Keep the shoulder away from the ear. For 3, enjoy that stretch all on the outside of the left side of the body there. 2, all down the hip and the TFL. And then 1 more breath. Alright, slowly untwist. Okay, from here, heel toe your foot back in between your hands, and then we're going to lift that back knee off the floor and come into our runner's lunge flow. So both feet at hip width apart, front knee at 90 degrees again. Nose over knee. As we inhale, we reach forwards, extend the arms the size ears. As we exhale, we throw them back. Alright, inhale. Exhale, keeping that energy in that front leg. 5 of these, go. Inhale, exhale, 5, 4, send the arms back. 3, keep that nose over knee. For 2, okay, 1 more. Inhale, straight line with the body, and exhale. All right, hands back onto the floor, and then step back to the plank, vinyasa, and we take everything on the other side. Inhale, here in plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog, squeeze the glutes. Exhale to down dog. Are you ready for that crescent lunge now? Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, thread knee to chest, pop feet, foot in between the hands. Slow rise to your crescent lunge. Getting that strong, stable stance, feet at hip width apart, sinking down into the hips. That back leg is beautifully straight. Interlock the hands behind the back, roll shoulders back, and then lift the chest, but also sink down into the hips at the same time. Okay, so you're lifting and sinking. A lot of things to concentrate on here. For 3, keeping that stillness of body in the lower body, staying strong. For 2, keep squeezing the shoulder blades, keep opening the chest. Alright, 1 more breath. And then release. Release your hands. Pivot to turn to the side of the mat now. And this time let's go for a slightly different different variation of our eagle squat here. So this time don't pigeon the toes, this time pop the left elbow on top of the right into eagle arms, palms together. Inhale, lift arms to elbows to face. Exhale, sink down, push the knees out. Hinge forwards once again, extending the back, getting that lovely straight back, okay? Remember that tray being balanced on it. And then if possible, you can also go for some glute pulses. So just tiny little pulses with the glutes for 5. Not too quickly, 4. 3, keep that back straight. For 2. And for 1. Alright, slowly rise and twist the arms. Turn on and pivot on the ball of the back foot. And then drop your right knee to the floor. And then right hand onto the inside of that left foot there. From here, heel toe your left foot to a point that's comfortable for you. And then twist open to the left, sinking down into the bottom hip there. That's it. Stay here, enjoy the stretch, enjoy the twist. 3. Keep sinking. Feeling that inner thigh loosen up. For 2. Oh, feeling the side of the hip open up here. And then one more breath, looking upwards at your hand if you can. And then slowly untwist now. Pop your foot back in between your hands before slowly rising into your runner's lunge again. We're going to go for that flow on the other side. So straighten out back leg, tip nose over knee. Inhale, reach forwards with the arms. Exhale, throw them back for 5. For 4, keeping the legs still. For 3, moving with the breath. For 2, woo. And for 1, keeping shoulders relaxed, sending those arms right back. And exhale. Alright, windmill, hands to floor, step back to plank, and time for vinyasa. Nearly done, guys. And we'll move on to the wild thing. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to up. Exhale, flow to down dog. Inhale, bend the knees, and exhale, step or pop to your seated pose. Okay, so from here, we're just going to take some bound ankle sit-ups, and then we'll move on to our wild card. So a little bit of core work to finish off. Soles of feet together, legs are bent. Lower back is on the floor, hands together, fingers pointing to the heels here. As I inhale, I bring chin to chest. And squeezing my abs, I lift up my shoulder blades from the floor, keeping my gaze at the ceiling. As I exhale, I slowly lower. So let's do 10 of these. Inhale, exhale for 10, keeping the feet on the floor. 9, 8, lower back on the floor as well. 7, 6, keep moving with the breath. 5, 4, 3, 2 more now. For 2. Last one. And slow lower. Oh, well done, guys. Pop your knees together and then just roll up to a seated pose. And I'm going to show you our funky side crow with eagle legs. So last time I showed you with chaturanga arms, the funky eagle side crow. So this time I'm going to show you on one of our forearms. Okay, so it's a little bit more challenging because your base is a little bit more unstable. Alright, so I'm going to come into my eagle legs first. That's that, for me, that's a better way of coming into it. For some people, they like to come into the eagle stand first. So I'm going to pop my left knee above my right knee here. I'm going to wrap my legs around in my eagle stance, or just keep the legs crossed, if that's not possible for you. And then from here, with my arms, I'm going to pop my right elbow onto the floor. And I want to make like this right angle shape, okay? So this square with my arms here. And then from here, my left hand plants onto the floor, just besides my my right hand here. Okay, so this hand, this left arm, still comes into a chaturanga formation, so I still want to keep it at a 90-degree angle when I go for the balance. And then pop my left knee onto my left elbow, all right, and then I'm going to squeeze my core, lift my hips into the air, and then shift my weight forwards and go for that balance. All right. So yeah, might feel a little bit sort of like wobbly at first. You can always bring that right arm forwards to widen your foundation if you want. All right. So give it a little go, and if that's a bit too tricky for you, then go for the standard eagle leg balance by coming into our eagle legs, both hands on the floor in line with one another. Okay, elbow to hip and elbow to knee, and then lift and shift forwards. Okay, so that's the standard one. You're finding that forearm one a little bit tricky. Hey, there we go, Krista. I think you've. So look, yeah, looking good. Remember to breathe, guys. Don't hold that breath. Okay. Okay. Well, that was your wild card. So thank you very much for trying it. Let's lie back in our Shavasana now. So onto your back, and you can take standard Shavasana with legs extended and arms extended, palms open, or you could even pop soles of feet in and come into your bound angle. Now guys, if you want to work a little bit longer on your wild card at home, that's cool. You don't have to join me in Shavasana. And you can also stay in your Shavasana for as long as you want. Now focus on relaxation. Focus on slowing down the breath. Focus on making each breath longer and longer. Just letting yourself be tired, allowing it to happen. And the mind be free. Okay, just a couple more breaths here now. One more breath. And finally exhale all that tension. Feel it leave the body. And whenever you're ready, gently open the eyes, wiggle the fingers and toes, and then roll to one side. And then in your own time, roll or push up to a seated pose. Okay, let's close off the practice. So arms relax, wrists relax. Arms reach up as we inhale, extend the spine. Hands meet at the top. And then as we exhale, we bring hands to chest. Alright, namaste yogis. Thank you very much for joining me today. Thanks for practicing with me. And have a great day. Bye. Cheers. You right there, Krista? Let me stop Instagram you.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, thanks for joining.
It's alright. I bet you'd like to be able to get out, to go to work and...
No, it's great. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, because I've been doing most of my stuff from my bedroom kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it is really nice just to break up the
You have a
routine.
chance to get out, yeah. See, we've not been, apart from just going out for walks, I've not been working, so it's been just the last 8 weeks at home. So
Have you enjoyed that though?
I have, yeah. There's been, plenty to do, and it's just nice to not rush around for a change.
I don't think I'll ever get back to normal.
Yeah.
I've moved a lot of my stuff on, so at the moment it's 100% online, but I think even when everything reopens, I'll probably still be 80% online. Yeah, because it's just changed the way I work, and I really like it.
I can't imagine many people wanting to go straight back into doing this, especially in such close confinements as rises.
Yeah, well,
sweating and giving off bodily fluids and stuff.
yeah, it's going to be a really slow introduction, I think, probably.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, well, thank you for doing all these classes. It's keeping us going.
It's alright, it's cool, yeah. Maybe a little girl can join one time.
Yeah, well, she's got to put it on the bike at the moment, leaving
Oh, is she?
She's non-stop, like, wanting something.
Mm-hmm.
Just need that.
Just gives you a little break. Cool. Well, you look like you've got a lovely place there anyway to
oh, thank you.
enjoy.
Yeah, we're open, because last week we had the your class Thursday night, I think it was last week. I left the door shut, it was so hot, it was like a yoga class, so it was so I'm not putting the doors this time.
Yeah, well, it's getting, I'm actually sweaty tonight, I've actually sweaty tonight, so.
Yeah, I remember when those containers get pretty hot, don't they?
Yeah, it's great.
Do you enjoy the weather today?
Huh?
Do you enjoy the weather today?
Yeah, absolutely love it. This is just, I feel comfortable, so it's good.
Yeah. Oh, good. Well, let's fingers crossed there's more good weather to come.
Yeah, indeed. Right, cheers, Krista. Good job.
Yeah, bye.
I'll see you. Have a great evening. Bye.